He ain't no Jay-Z. He just Grea-Z. Now available in paperback and ebook, The Man Who Rules the World. John Haynes must bring together men and gods to overcome a threat that seeks to destroy the planet. The Man Who Rules the World. Now available in paperback and e-readers everywhere. Rapper Jay-Z pulled a swerve on Colin Kappernick when it was announced that Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, and Jay-Z were going to be part of a partnership where Jay-Z's Rock Nation would be taking the lead in selecting the league's live entertainment programming and help guiding its social justice initiative. And with this Jay-Z participating in choosing the entertainment and now helping out with the social justice initiative, this pulls the wool out from under your Colin Kaepernick, the former quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers, who made it a point to kneel when the national anthem was being played as a protest against police brutality and the murders of innocent black men by police officers. Now, your Colin Kaepernick, when he made that protest, I believe was being extremely disingenuous, and what's happened now is karma, as I see it, has come back to Colin Kaepernick, because your Colin Kaepernick has now been outsmarted by an even more disingenuous Negro, your Jay-Z, and this is just him reaping what he sowed, because when you take a critical examination of your Colin Kaepernick and his alleged motives for making that alleged protest, they don't come across as really genuine. Because your Colin Kaepernick, at the time he was making this protest, he was taking these knees and not standing for the national anthem as he was trying to get a better contract from the NFL for his mediocre play, because your Colin Kaepernick was on the brink of trying to get a deal for either getting a free agency, and what he wanted to do was either get traded or get free agency so he could get a better deal with a better team. Unfortunately, your Colin Kaepernick statistics were not the type of numbers that gave any sort of team an incentive to want to go and pick him up. And because he did not have the numbers to get picked up by another NFL team, that's when your Colin Kaepernick decided to participate in this protest. And the reason why I believe he wanted to participate in this protest was because he wanted to bait black people into supporting him on their emotions regarding race, and he wanted to start a controversy based on race in the hopes of shaming the NFL into giving him a contract that would pay him more money for more mediocre play. So your Colin Kaepernick was gambling on the NFL caving to his allegations of race and his game of playing the race card. Unfortunately, what happened was your Roger Goodell and the NFL balked, and because they balked on his controversy, your Colin Kaepernick wound up in limbo. Unfortunately, the NFL didn't come out of this whole situation unscathed, and as a result of the Kaepernick controversy, what has gone on is that their ratings have started to slide, their revenue has started to slide, and people do not see value in the NFL, and people just aren't going to the games. Because last year we had the lowest rated Super Bowl in television history, and we had less interest in games overall, and many believe that we had this low interest in the NFL due to Colin Kaepernick's controversy. And in efforts to try to alleviate this controversy, we've had Nike give Colin Kaepernick a $30 million deal to go and endorse Nike sneakers, and we've had numerous other efforts by the NFL to try to salvage its relationship with the American public. And it looks like after your Colin Kaepernick got his $30 million from Nike, that your NFL's point was pretty much proven about your Colin Kaepernick and his so-called stand against police brutality and against the murders of black men. Because your Colin Kaepernick, after getting his $30 million, seems to have been eerily silent, even though we have had numerous black men who were murdered by police, and we have not heard a single word from your Colin Kaepernick or heard anything about him taking any so-called stand as related to these deaths of innocent black men all across the country. So it seems like he was being extremely disingenuous back a couple of years ago when he talked about kneeling for the national anthem and talking about taking that stand against police brutality, because his actions after he got the $30 million deal with Nike have shown that he really was not genuine at all in his stand. So once he got his consolation prize, we have not heard a single thing from your Colin Kaepernick. And now that Kaepernick has gotten his consolation prize, now the NFL is looking to go out of its way to deal with the whole issue as related to its public image. And to deal with the issue of its public image, what they have done is they have found the Grea-Z Jay-Z, and they have recruited him to help them in salvaging their public image. And this is just par for the course when it comes down to your big businesses like the NFL. They oftentimes, in order to deal with one greasy Negro, they go find another greasy Negro, and they use that greasy Negro to upend the other greasy Negro. So what's happening here to Colin Kaepernick is karma, and what's happening is he has been checkmated by a chess player who has far more skills in the game than he does. Because your Colin Kaepernick, his whole game was trying to play Candyland with chess players, and those chess players have checkmated him, and checkmated him so badly that he doesn't even know how badly this looks for him. Because your Jay-Z, a former drug dealer, is the one talking about social justice initiatives. Here you have a man who has made his career on crime and has promoted the image of the criminals that lead to many innocent black men winding up dead and in prison. And now he's talking about leading the social justice initiatives in the NFL. And that's quite troubling because it shows how disingenuous the NFL is associating with your Grea-Z, Jay-Z, in promoting these social justice initiatives, and how dishonest your Roger Goodell and the NFL are. Because it's when you go out here and get a man like Jay-Z to push your social justice initiatives, what it shows is that there is no real push for any sort of true social justice initiatives. It's just going to be a smokescreen in order to get people's minds more on the games instead of getting on the controversy that your Colin Kaepernick has gone out of his way to create, a controversy that was, again, created through dishonesty and created for dishonest and disingenuous reasons. And all that's happening here is that one snake is eating another snake, and most people, they're sitting there thinking, oh, that Colin Kaepernick is the victim in this situation, when in actuality, he was the original perpetrator, and now another crook who is smarter than he is has outsmarted him, and he's made a deal with the boss in order to make a better deal for himself, and now your Colin Kaepernick is being sacrificed. And the reason why your Colin Kaepernick is being sacrificed is because the NFL no longer has any need of him anymore. They believe he has been fairly compensated by Nike with $30 million, and I believe Nike is eventually going to get rid of Colin Kaepernick, because after that Betsy Ross flag sneaker controversy, he is proving to be a liability to them, because for him to say that the 13 stars on a pair of sneakers was racist, that is just completely illogical, because the entire American country was always racist, even from the beginning. So his argument falls completely apart, but he's proving to be a liability even to them with his woke initiatives, and his woke initiatives are making people go broke. So that's why they're trying to pull the swerve on your Colin Kaepernick and pulling the wool out from under Colin Kaepernick, who thought he was a master chessman once he got his $30 million, not understanding all he did was take a few players off the board, but he did not protect his queen. And because he did not protect his queen, what had happened was he went out here and made some wrong moves by making no moves at all. And your Roger Goodell decided to go find the greasiest Negro he could find, the biggest sellout he could find, and then use that individual to go out here and make a business deal that benefited him, and use that deal to fix the NFL's image. Because Jay-Z is one of the most influential black men in America. He's worth over a couple of $1 billion. And because he has such great influence in the hip-hop community and in other parts of the black community, he is somebody that is going to be seen as someone they need to respect and regard. And the fact that he's married to Beyonce and is extremely popular, this is going to help fix the NFL's image in the black community, because many black people are spellbound, and because they are spellbound by prominent black celebrities, they will believe anything that they say. So what the NFL wants to do is use this popular celebrity to take control over the whole social justice narratives as related to the NFL, get all of the players in line with Jay-Z, get all of the players submitting to Jay-Z, get all of the black fans submitting to Jay-Z, and then as they follow Jay-Z's lead and listen to him tell them about how the NFL is not racist, how things in the NFL are okay, this buffer Negro sits there and is the wall between the NFL owners and the players and the black community. And what he has done, Jay-Z, by creating a buffer, is find a way to shut down your Colin Kaepernick, because your Colin Kaepernick, he was just thinking small about a trade, but your Jay-Z was thinking big about big business, and he was making a big deal in order to protect his own economic wealth. And because he saw this opportunity to come into the NFL, he then found a way to undermine your Colin Kaepernick, who was really pretending to be a social justice activist, but in actuality, he was just a hustler, and sadly, he just got out-hustled by a more seasoned hustler with more skills and more ability. And now your Colin Kaepernick has learned that it's game over, because now he can't play the race hustle, because Jay-Z out-hustled him at playing the race hustle. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Cash App by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to try some of my SJS Direct publications, like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Haynes series, and the Spinsterella trilogy, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com in the description box. There you can pick up all of my books in paperback and Kindle formats, and you can also find my books on Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Barnes & Noble. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and coming to Kindle Unlimited, John Haynes, Dark Succubus. The man who rules the world is tempted by a sultry succubus in this all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, Dark Succubus in paperback or pre-order on Kindle Unlimited today.